All of us men sit there and gather and wonder why you are so stupid. You're fucking dumb. Seriously, man. Like, I sit there and I'm just like, how am I gonna help them? They are fucking stupid. You don't submit to your own husband. You don't actually have a life.
Yes, majority of Thai women are traditional. They're into gender roles. They're modest. They're soft-spoken. They're obedient. They're submissive. They're feminine. All of that stuff. But those who actually spend some time with foreigners or speak English or visited Western countries or have jobs in Western-based companies, they have been already infected. But I call it the real virus, right? The modern dating in America is the real virus. So they've been already infected. They don't need no man. A lot of times they make their own money and they don't need no man. They behave exactly like Western women with, including ghosting and I mean, just the classics of what you talk about on your channel and your TikTok all the time. So you cannot date here, or you should not date women who actually speak full English. Now, in Thailand, most women don't speak English. Now, in Philippines, that's a little different, and I can't speak for that culture, but just in case people know, most Filipinos speak perfect English, actually.
Well, they were U.S. territory for decades, right. So it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so, but as soon as a girl can watch Sex and the City and, like I said, listen to understand Beyonce's lyrics, the virus hits her, and it's not returnable. Once a girl experiences this, right? What it's like to be the Western modern woman, there is really no going back with them. I have not seen any of them kind of fixed and gone back saying, "Oh no, I'm going back to being submissive now." At least I have not met one. So
I find that fascinating because it speaks to the misnomers that people have with all this. Now, I kind of know what you're talking about because, like I said, I have friends all over the world. I've talked with people from everywhere, and I know exactly what you're talking about. The Western culture has invaded the East, and even the Mideast at this point. And it does, like you said, it does change them. And I also, by the way, I think it changes the guys too, to be fair. But it's just interesting to hear you say they don't go back. They change and adopt the Western lifestyle. I don't know how to phrase it, but that they're still in your case, Thailand or the Philippines or Japan or wherever. And I'm sure that it kind of affects how things go with you trying to meet someone there.
Yeah, the culture is very different, and I've already noticed that by going on different dates. But I also have to say, my life here is just so much better. Like, healthcare here is so much better. I mean, listen, I had one of the best health insurances that I could buy in California, and I paid $1,100 a month. So in order for me to see a specialist with a $65 copay, this is just my numbers, just like Blue Shield of California numbers, right? Literally, the wait time is 2 months. Here, you show up we have the best hospital in Thailand here, private hospital, okay? You show up, you're seen within an hour, and your entire bill is less than the copay that you pay in the U.S. after paying the $1,100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the hospital is modern. The room that I was seeing has fresh flowers in it. By the way, that also includes the pharmacy, which you don't have to go to. They literally hand you the medication once you leave the doctor's office. These are all Western doctors with Western degrees. Everybody speaks English. Everything is clean, and there's a McDonald's right on the same floor just in case if you're hungry. So
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm just saying, Starbucks, a cafe. That floor had a McDonald's, but
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, right? It's and I can go on and on. My life is so much better here already because of that. I want to stay here. I don't. There's no wokeness here, by the way. They just celebrated whatever was a Pride Month, right? You know, rainbow flags everywhere. Nobody says anything. There's tons of trans people. There's also I think the degrees of the different types of people who live here is amazing. There's from trans people, you know, they call ladyboys here. It's actually not a bad term. You know, from ladyboys all the way to like we also have a Muslim neighborhood where women are fully covered in burqas, and everybody just walks around and nobody has a problem with anybody. You know, it's freaking beautiful.
It is.
So
that's the way it should be, right?
So literally, I see the other day because the house was in a very Muslim neighborhood. Like you know, the lady boy was talking to the Muslim man. It was just crazy, beautiful. So anyway, so I want to stay here no matter what. I think that's yeah. But but let's talk about men, right? Yeah. I thought about what happened to women, why women have become I don't need no man, why they are no longer submissive or don't even know what men want. It's all about them, and you know if a woman in her 40s with kids can say but I have a career. That's my biggest value, and why things have gotten this way. I don't blame women. I actually never heard your opinion about this, but I absolutely 100% blame men because if men did not allow this to happen, right? If the men wouldn't become such simps in America, women would not behave this way. So, every time you see a guy who comes up to a girl and at the bar, never met her before, and says, "Can I buy you a drink?" Another guy should slap him across his face because that is just the most pathetic way to simp. And so it's on us, gentlemen. It's my opinion on us.
I have to tell you. So my viewpoint on a lot of that isn't that far from yours. I'm older than you by a little bit, about 20 years, give or take. I remember feminism in the 70s, and I have said many times here on TikTok, everywhere, that I was a supporter of.
Oh, I was waiting for you, baby boy.
It needed to happen.
Come here.
It really did. It started changing very late 70s.
Don't be sorry.
80s really started snowballing in mid 80s.
I knew you before you even moved into this house.
That I say that
How are you doing, little one?
not that women changed, men did.
Go potty.
She's a beautiful
is the way I
creature.
often put it. They became.
She was given to you to help you.
Thought that yes, women needed to be equal, but that means
Come
I
here.
have to lessen myself so much to make them equal.
She comes
That's
to me.
not actually what the original
What are you doing, little one?
feminists in the 70s wanted. They wanted to be equal with men, not one above the other.
What are you doing, little one?
China has moved since then to now the pendulum has swung all the other
Venus,
way.
get
It's
out of
my
there.
opinion, right? I know the
You
feminists
named her
are
wrong,
feminists,
but that's fine.
okay.
That
Come
is-
here, little one.
I'm very proud that feminists don't agree with us.
Yeah, it is.
Venus.
Actually, to be honest with you, and I've had these conversations recently, most of the 70s era feminists now hate.
She's assigned to you to help
I've
you.
talked about it on various channels.
You're supposed to be closer to the
very good
Lord
friend of
Jesus.
mine was very feminist in the 70s, and she's a
Come here, little one.
and she, as she said, and this is
Look
her
at her.
words, not mine, it's
She's
become
beautiful.
men. And that's not what we ever wanted. We just
She
wanted
is.
men.
Look at her.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I have. I've done
Come here,
videos
little
about
one.
this on my channel, even though I talk about electric cars.
Stop eating that.
Stop
I just wanted
eating
to know
that.
why I'm leaving, so I told them. But
Come
I
here.
absolutely 100% blame men for allowing it and to continue to
How
allow
are you?
it. Which brings me to the next point that I wanted to make. Now, once I landed,
Are you okay?
somehow
Are you
there was
okay?
a whole line of beautiful Thai women
I
lined
know.
out
Every
to
single
meet me
day.
at the airport.
Wait,
I'm
what?
like, I know.
Here
I
is
thought
a
they were
woman.
waiting by the hundreds, because that's what
I
all
know.
the passport
I know.
bros say on TikTok.
Right. Now, listen, here's the
Venus,
weird thing
come
is
here.
that,
There
when
she
I
got
got
there,
here,
Mason.
Come
men
on.
like me, I don't want
Come
to
on,
really
let's
talk
go
about me, but like
here.
men like
She's
me,
yours.
here if we're in shape, if we're a good man,
Treat her right.
educated, well-traveled, obviously can provide and have good family values, are we one of the best choices for these women to date and to marry? I do believe so. It's just happened. Nothing against Thai men. And there are some really Thai men that are like very high value Thai men here, absolutely. But that's just how it is. So that's still true here, I can tell you. So why isn't that happening? As a matter of fact, I noticed something else, and I know this may be a little bit controversial, but I gotta say it anyway. I look at foreign men here from European countries or from the US, and I look at what kind of women they're walking around with. Now, let's just put aside, 7-year-old fat, slobby, just bold dudes who just don't just give up and and walking around with 22-year-old, girls in mini dress. Let's just that aside, right? I'm talking about just like regular guys who come in here, they're in shape and everything. I gotta tell you, they're not walking around with what I would consider beautiful women. As a matter of fact, the most beautiful women who are not ladyboys, the most beautiful women here, I have to say, even women here admit that are ladyboys, but the most beautiful cis women here that I've seen are with Thai men. So these passport bros somehow are walking around with very average women, with a few exceptions, and I could not. And I have a theory, but this is something I'm going to have to report in another 6 or 12 months, because I would think that most of these guys, who are, by the way, younger and richer than me, should be able to do better, at least in terms of looks, right? So that's what's happening on the location here.
Right now, so this